Tekkit Seeds channel. My name's Sam, or Samuel. I'm dressed as a civil enforcement officer. The sheep are back. They've got a friend. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's the maybe he's a pimp or a nightclub owner. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the last episode, you'll know. There's Jonathan. He wants to get into the nightclub, but he knows that actually people will probably just like look at him and probably like, you know, call him a lamb man and probably kick him out. So he's not going to bother. Now, what are we doing? Well, over here we have our recycler, which we're not going to be using because we're cheating. We also over here, I've decided after long deliberation that, and I tried out listening, that is literally the best way. I always think that gravel doesn't get used enough. It's sort of a thing that we scoop out the way with our spades and our mining lasers, and we laser gravel, and it gets a bit of a hard time. So I think, you know, we have to be nice to it, and occasionally we use it as a building material because, you know, especially in this texture pack, it's actually quite nice. It's actually quite a nice thing to look at, and sort of goes in well with all of these. So I'm going to be using gravel for that, and of course these eventually going to turn into 4 different areas where we're doing agriculture and crossbreeding. Now, there is one thing that you'll certainly need to help you in your crossbreeding, and it is this little bad boy. It's a crop analyzer. A crop analyzer, a tiny little computer, which will help you out because this is the way that we're going to be analyzing the crops. If you guys know all this stuff already, I apologize, but let's have a little look at it. I'll go through it briefly. Crop analyzer, this is your inventory down the bottom. At the top, this is where you put the little seed bags, which we'll get one of those in a moment. And here, this little one up here, this is now flashing. I realised when I was looking these back, you can't actually see my arrow at my mouse pointer. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, it's flashing. Oh, it's flashing quicker. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's going to blow! So you need some power. You can use a battery in the crop analyzer. You can also use an energy crystal. I found that all of those run out way too quickly. What you really need is a lap pack. You need a lap pack. And you'll still get through these a lot, but you basically get the lap pack, you whack it in the top corner, and that is your best source of energy to run your crop analyzer. But what are you going to analyze if you don't have any crops? Well, that's what we'll do. Now, as we start to actually breed, I realise the 3rd episode in, we haven't actually started to breed anything yet. It's all about sheep and nightclubs and the moon and all that kind of jazz. Let's look at what we have in here. We have, essentially, you can see one of these little seed bags. Can you see that when I put my mouse over it, it says, seed is missing data? Is it a bug? It's like the self-analysis of the computer program, because Minecraft, you know, is written really quite well. And that's not a bug, no. Sorry to inform you, Minecraft. That's not a bug. That's just because you get all sorts of different types of these little seed bags. And that'll come soon. Now, you've got all these different types of seeds. These are essentially the seeds that you're going to start off with. You can't really get more basic than these guys. Other than you can actually use flowers, like those ones over there, the yellow ones. And you can use the red flowers. But we're not going to bother with those just yet. We're going to start with your plain old seeds. Pumpkin... yeah. Wheat. Yes. We're going to start with wheat. And this is called crossbreeding. So you would have thought that we're going to crossbreed when actually we're not. What we're going to do is we are going to click on each one of these and we're just going to make wheat. Now, all of this will seem a bit crazy when, oh, dude, I thought this was about crossbreeding. And all he's doing is he's creating some wheat. Which is really gay, man. Well, all will become clear once these things start to grow. Now, essentially what we're going to be doing is that we are going to be waiting for this wheat here to get to full height, to be an adult crop. That's what we're going to wait for. Because only the adult crop, the final version of these, of the growth stage of these, only when they're adults will they breed. Which I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know how they do it in that nightclub over there. Look at those guys! I'm going to have to go and speak to them in a minute. When both of these are grown, they will be able to crossbreed upon not one of those, but if you right-click again, one of those. That is a crossbreeder. And this is essentially going to crossbreed wheat. Now, what are you going to get when you crossbreed wheat with wheat? Are you going to get wheat? Well, technically you are. You should get wheat. But actually... Oh, you see what happens when you get too close to these things? You start loving them. Let's put that back. Luckily, I didn't do that. It's always good to stay very far away from these things. I was getting a bit close because I noticed that thing, that crop has gone down there. Now, here's a little bit of advice. That what you need is essentially somewhere on each one a little access panel. Now, you'll need this access panel for later on because when essentially on this series, what we're trying to do is we're going to try and create a plant that creates iron and a plant that creates gold. Now you see what I've done there, and the iron plants and the gold plants will not grow to give you gold and iron unless they have an iron block, an iron ore block or a gold ore block beneath them. So it's always good to create yourself like a little access way. You need to be able to get underneath this whole area. So we got to... As long as you have 2 blocks of everything under these things are going to grow absolutely fine. So you can actually dig down... we need to actually dig down one more than that because we need to essentially have 2 blocks under all of these. What I like to do actually is have under the water block something that I can recognise. Let's go with a piece of double stone here. Let's not go with a piece of double stone. Let's go with a piece of gravel, shall we? Because essentially, occasionally, very occasionally, something will, like it did then, drop in there. You need to be able to get that back. So it's always good to be able to, let it out. So we're going to put a piece of gravel there because that's easy to get rid of. It's also easy to identify. And then we'll put the mud back here. Schwang. That is which corner? Let's put a ladder in here. Have I got any ladders? We've got some ladder. I'm going to put a ladder there. There? No. Not gonna let me. I'm going to put a ladder there, and there. So I can get out of this goddamn hole. And I'm not sure if that's the best access place, but that's what I'm going to do for now. You can see the wheat is growing up already. I forgot to look where we are. We're just on the we're on the side, okay. We're on the side. The gravel... Okay, that's why we don't have gravel there. Let's have... What is easy to get rid of? Let's have a piece of wool, I think. Wool. Green? Bright green. Would be lovely. Let's get some bright green wool. Whose idea was it to put gravel there? Who's been putting this gravel in my bloody garden? Who's been putting gravel in the garden? Wool. Green wool is beautiful. We can get rid of that it's pretty easy to get rid of when we want to collect stuff. There's the green wool. And it's green and nice and agricultural, and that's the way we want it. There's the outside. We need two deep at all times. Shockingly, I've just remembered that there's gravel under all of this. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we don't use gravel. Should we use green wool? Let's use green wool under all of this. I'm going to do this in the magic way. No, I'm not. I'm just going to do it. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. I knew gravel. I was trying to talk up gravel earlier on. Where are those guys? Look at those guys. I was trying to talk up gravel earlier on, saying how wonderful it was. I'm just going to take all of that back because it's really bad. It's really bad. Gravel is useless to everyone. I'm going to put this green wool. I'm not quite sure if I like... This is a little bit garish, isn't it? It probably would have been better to have something that fitted in with the thing. But for now, it's some beautiful green wool. Can you just see that piece of green wool down in there as well? Oh, yeah, there's the green wool. The wheat is growing. This will continue to grow, of course, throughout the evening. Let's see how the Croppatron is coming along. Weedex doing quite well. Used quite a lot of fertilizer. And, yeah, but it's doing fine. It's doing fine. Let's go down our little hole. Now we should be able to easily identify. Now we've got rid of that horrendous gravel. We should be able to easily identify this stuff. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And what we essentially want to do is be able to get access and isolate this so it's just 2 underneath all the way round. Yeah, let's just carry on digging. Diggy, diggy, diggy. No, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? This is not that other channel that everybody watches. No, this is not the channel where we'll say anything about digging. That's 2. That's 2. We can go along here. Yep. 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 Oh, I'm picking up that lovely flint. I'm glad I got some flint because it's so handy to have flint, isn't it? And, okay, 2. This is, by the way, one of the things that most of the if you look up stuff about agriculture on Tekkit or Technic or Minecraft or whatever, I've never seen any of them that talk about how important it is to have this underground bit. It is essential. I mean, a lot of the time we're going to be looking at all the stuff from above. I should probably excavate this again. One more, I think, because I get a bit claustrophobic. Is it just me? Am I the only one that gets claustrophobic on I mean, that's essentially why I built that big Tudor house, is because it's nice and big. And I didn't really... Every time I wanted to, like, build stuff within it, inside, it just made me feel funny. I don't know. I just like it to be nice and roomy. Get a bit... All that, like... hours and hours of digging under the ground and falling in lava and losing lots of diamonds in the lava and going down to find my own corpse and finding that everything's been eaten by the lava just makes me sort of... It just makes me upset. So I'm not going to do that anymore. There we are. There's the path. There's the Croppatron. That, I believe, is our geothermal generator. And you can see, it's been going for, what, this is day 3? And it's used 3 lava cells. That's like 1 lava cell per day. So there's 20 in there already. This is like 80 Minecraft days worth of electricity for that Croppatron, which is enough. That is plenty. Where's the other path? Is that there? Yeah. So let's just do that. Time is getting on. I wonder how our wheat is doing. I wonder if it's feeling wheaty. And, of course, the worst thing that happens, if you come down here, you start working on this little underground area. Of course, this is where, if anything falls down the middle, we will go like that, and it will come out there. And then the whole room will fill up with water, and it'll be panic, and people scream. But then you go in here, and you go, shwang, and the water disappears. Now, of course, what you could do is just have a, set up an obsidian pipe. Oh, I just went up a ladder backwards. I didn't know you could do that. You could set up an obsidian pipe into the bottom of there, which will come out over there. And if anything drops in there, you will pick it up. But who wants to bother with that? What time is it? It's still the middle of the night. Let's go and investigate the nightclub, because this wheat, beginning of next episode, we'll see that this wheat will be done, and then, while we have a bit of time, we might start working on this little bad boy, and essentially we're going to be farming. At some point, we're going to be farming some high science in terms of crops and making gold and iron. And what I want to do at the culmination of this series is I'm going to create a... what's it called? I'm going to make a template of this house, which, by the way, is all made out of little half cubey block things. All of these little half cubes. With the whole carpet. I'm going to make this out of gold. I'm going to make a golden house. Maybe over there, where the nightclub is. We'll call it the Gold House. And these guys can then work for me. And of course, seeing as they are going to work for me, I have to go and threaten them a little bit. I'll bring Jonathan with me for good luck. Jonathan. Jonathan. Now, I know... Look, they're right. They know that I'm coming. Jonathan, yeah? I know that we haven't really got on in the past, and I know that you and I, haven't always seen eye to eye, so to speak. I just wanted to let you know that I've got this wheat, and it's a gift to you. And all I really want you to do is make babies with the bodyguards. You're okay with that? This guy seems interested. So there's someone I want you to meet. It's this guy over here. Hello. This is Jonathan. Jonathan, what's your name? What's your name? Simon, the security guard. Simon, meet Jonathan. They're getting on very well. There's a piece of green wool. Bye. Well, the nightclub, I'm not sure what's going to have to... Well, I mean, That's a terrible thing that's happened over there. I mean, they were all so professional, and now, oh God, how embarrassing. Jonathan, he's taken to motherhood quite well, hasn't he? I mean, I don't know what's happened to that other guy. Look, he's over there. He's like thinking about leaving, and this guy's like, dude, it's the middle of the night. We've got like a nightclub to protect, and he's off. And how embarrassing for Jonathan. But at least we've given him a vocation. Already, he seems to be happier. Now he's got like a little baby. Gonna have to come up with a name for that baby, but I've fallen off the thing. But it's all going wrong. What was that funny noise? Anyway, thanks for watching. Next episode, as you see, this is nearly grown up. We're going to start breeding these plants, and I'll start to show you how to use the Croppatron properly. Is that what it's called? Cropper. This little iPad. We're going to use the iPad, and we're going to start cataloguing the multitude of seeds. And when we start getting some good seeds, I'll show you how to breed those up and multiply those, which is really important if you want to start selling these seeds on a Tekkit server. And make yourself a loaded individual, a rich person, who has lots and lots of lots and lots and lots and lots of / money on your Tekkit server. So until next time, toodaloo, toodala.